And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the level 50 White Mage Quest. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, it was actually my intention to level up Astrologian next, which I am doing. But the issue is that because Astrologian starts at 30, not 50, it means that there's only so limited amount of dailies I can do. I can do the leveling daily, I can do the Guild Hess daily. To get to level 32, I basically did the leveling daily roulette, the Guild Hess roulette, and then all 10 of the Guild Hess that were available to Astrologian for the first time, because you get the bonus every time you do it for the first time, and that was enough to get me 2 levels. But until we get to level 50 plus, there's a lot of the roulettes that won't be available, and I don't want to waste them each day, so I'm going to just do them on White Mage instead. So for now, I'm going to level up both White Mage and Astrologian at the same time, and when Astrologian catches up to 50 plus, then I will try and focus on Astrologian to 60. But whatever, if it buys me a couple of levels with White Mage, let's go for it. So anyway, we are here at 1827 in South Shroud, and when you get the expansion Heavensward, you have to do another level 50 quest. So you might have already done a level 50 quest to finish off a Realm Reborn, but there's a new one for Heavensward which gets you into the Heavensward story effectively. So let's now talk to Rayo Osina. The quest is called Taint Misbehaving, and we know it's a White Mage quest because it's got the White Mage symbol. So Rayo Osina has a task of great import for you. So, Mithrie, you could not have come at a better time. We have dire need of your aid. There isn't much time to explain, I know, but that trouble is afoot, and I would ask you to meet me at the Guardian Tree. Fair enough, fair enough. So let's go to the Guardian Tree, which is down there. So I think we have to go to Bent Branch. Yep, so Bent Branch Meadows. It's a place where we did a lot of fights. It's quite a special place in Final Fantasy XIV generally. It has so much symbolic meaning, that tree. So let's go. And I am wearing the Poetics gear. You can buy this stuff really cheaply for Poetics, a 120 gear. And you can spend extra Poetics to upgrade it to 130, but to be honest, unless you're after some glamour set that looks like this that you can colour in, it's not really worth spending the Poetics on that. And literally once I get all of the healers to 50 to 60, then this set will probably be going in the bin. But whatever. It's nice that we can gear up a level 50 really easily on the way to level 60, that it doesn't have to be some big effort. And from the classes I've done, like, if you stretch it, if you push it, you can wear the level 50 gear all the way to 60 if you level quick enough. Though at level 58 plus it does become really difficult, but it's only 2 levels, so it'll only take a couple of days if you do all the roulettes. Okay, so here we are, here's Rayo Osina, so let's see what she wants. So, how fares the Great One? Unchanged from before, I'm afraid. He repeats the same words over and over. Then it falls to us to glean their meaning. Very well. Mithrie, you will recall the time we performed the quieting and quelled the Great One's rage. Since that day we have continued communing with him to ensure that all is well, and it was until recently. I'm afraid to say that an unsettling change came over the Great One some days ago. He was taken to repeating the same words to us. The taint floodeth the forest, its beating heart to befoul. After some inquiries and research, we were able to learn that the Great One has spoken these words before, during the time of Atoa Khan. Immediately we were made to wonder. When Master Atoa embarked upon his journey of healing, could his purpose have been to protect the forest from the taint with which the Great One now warns? We sought to delve further into this, but no accounts of Master Atoa's journey are to be found at Still Glazed Fane. Such records as exist in the keeping of his former student, the mage who recovered his remains from Ogomora. If he is still alive, he may be able to assist us. We have prepared a missive, and we would ask that you deliver it into his hands. After interring his beloved master, the man is said to have taken up residence at the Fogold Float, and that he might ever be near to tend to the tomb. If he is there still, the locals should be able to point you out in his direction. While you see to this task, my brother and I shall remain here and continue observing the Great One. My thanks in advance, Mithrie. Okay, so we need to teleport straight to North Shroud. Let's go. I remember having to go to Fogold Float a million times when I was doing all the relic quests in around Reborn. Cool. So let's talk to each person. So you seek Master Atoa's former student. I am afraid he has departed for the realm yonder. His granddaughter now tends to the tomb at Proud Creek in his stead. If truth be told, I am worried about her. The area is thick with fiends, and even experienced wood whalers avoid venturing there unaccompanied. Okay, cool. Next. And what was unique about White Mage for a long time is that it was pretty much the only class that had its own class-specific mount, which is a unicorn. That old fellow, I'm afraid he passed away some years ago. I remember him well, though. He took care of his master's tomb to the very end. His granddaughter, FFXIV, tends to the place now, and she's been especially attentive since those accursed bandits came and defiled it. Oh dear. Like, how much hate do you have to have in your heart to defile someone's tomb? Let it go. So, Atoa Khan's old student. I'd heard that someone tending the tomb, but it's a young maid as I recall. Cool. So let's search for Shiva. The names in this game are interesting and incredibly hard to pronounce. But let's go. We're level 50, so we don't have to worry too much about this area. They will aggro, because beyond this gate, the mobs can be, I think, 45. But whatever. We can handle it. What level? Okay, 37, so that one should be okay. But I think it's the Exali in the area which are the high levels. You can see 46. I think there's are they called Durahan? I'm trying to remember their names. Dullahan, not Durahan. And these aggro by sound, as in it doesn't matter if they have their back turned to you. If you get anywhere near them, they'll hear you running by. And they'll aggro you. So just keep running. Whoa. Okay. So, whatever. We're going to put on Cleric stance, and we're just going to whoop his ass. So, arrow. Oh. Stone 2. Yeah, that's the one. I really should have checked my key bindings before I came here. Remember, Cleric stance switches around your mind and int stats, which is why my stone is hitting so hard. Because basically because healers are like the masters, sorry, white mages are masters of healing, they have very high mind. And then so when you use Cleric stance, it means I have incredibly high int right now. Cool, here we go. So let's put up arrow 2. And then arrow. The same on the other one. And what's good as well, obviously, is that because I'm a white mage, I can heal myself really well. And remember, we have the favourite ability, Holy. What's special about Holy is that it also stuns. At least for 1 or 2 times. Okay, I pressed the wrong button. Let's do Cure 2. There we go. Let's talk to her. So, thank you so much. So focused was I on tending the tomb, I failed to notice the fiends approaching me. What? You're searching for the granddaughter of Master Atoa's former student? Then you need search no more. I am Ishiva. Okay. So, know that I have taken on my grandfather's responsibilities, and it is within my power to help the Seeds Seers. Then I should be glad to do so. So here's the Pajali missive. So, a passionate entreaty for aid penned by Pajal Reoasina. So the taint threatens the Twelveswood, Nofika have mercy. As the Seedseers have surmised, 'twas to purge the taint that Master Otoa journeyed the length and breadth of the realm. Simply put, the taint is aether that has been befouled. If we are to be rid of it, we must find the source of the corruption and cleanse it. The question is, are the Seedseers prepared to do as Master Otoa once did? At any rate, it is best that I speak with him directly. I shall make my way to the Guardian Tree at once. Interesting. So we have to go back to the Guardian Tree. I hope not all the future quests are at the Guardian Tree, because it will actually be quite annoying to have to journey there every time. Every couple of levels, because before the expansion, up until 50, the quests are every 5 levels. So, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. But after the expansion, the quests are every 2 levels. So 52, 54, 56, 58, and 60. So if every 2 levels I need to return here and then do this journey to the tree, God help me. But I don't think so, though. I usually have permanent residences in South Shroud. Not unless she sends us to somewhere new. Because it seems to be kind of hit and miss. There's no, like, fixed pattern for all classes. Like, some quests will be where the level 50 ones are. Some will be in Ishgard. Some will be in different places completely. So, which is nice. It adds to the immersion, I suppose. It doesn't have to be some, like, all classes hub or anything like that. Anyway, here's Reoasina. Maybe dismounted a little early. Yeah, but keybind mounting, it really, really helps. So, my thanks for finding is Shiva Mithrie. She has told us all. So, if we are to protect the Twelveswood from the taint, we must needs deal with the corruption at its source. Is that the way of it? It is. That was why Master Otoa embarked upon his journey, heedless of his Pajali heritage. And yet, Master Otoa was no ordinary Pajal. We are duty-bound to remain in the forest. We cannot simply leave it. So, Mithrie, I loathe to ask this of you, after all, you have already done for us, but the preservation of the Twelveswood is at stake. If you are not Pajal, and hence you are not bound by the laws which binds us. You will embark upon this quest in our stead? So, with all due respect, I cannot believe what I'm hearing. You would entrust the fate of the forest to an adventurer? You don't know who I am, lady. Calm yourself and know that Mithrie is no ordinary adventurer. Nay, she is a White Mage true, chosen by Master Otoa himself to be his successor. She bears his soul crystal and his legacy both. I have every confidence that you will be able to purge the taint. As such, I will join my voice to my brother's request. So, Master Otoa's successor? That is such an individual... Sorry, that such an individual existed. Oh, she doesn't hold a grudge. I wish to make a request on my own. In his youth, my grandfather served as Master Otoa proudly, accompanying him wherever he went and assisting in purification rituals. It has ever been my desire to emulate my grandfather's deeds. If Mithrie is to undertake this quest to eliminate the taint, I would likewise accompany and assist her. So the journey will be fraught with peril. Are you willing to risk life and limb solely for the sake of emulating your grandfather? So, I am, my lady, but that is not the whole of it. I cannot sit idly by while a threat encroaches upon the Twelveswood. It is our home, and each of us must do our part to protect it. Our part. I see that your heart is true. Very well, assuming that Mithrie consents, and I see no reason why she would not, you have our blessing to accompany her. The fate of the Twelveswood is in your hands. We shall pray for your success. Cool. Let's talk to her. So, we will need to make plans for the journey. Please come and see me at Folgord Float. Interesting. So let's go to North Shroud again. I'm assuming because the quest ends there that the next quest might be in North Shroud of all places. But at least it's right next to a teleport. Okay, where are we going? Hopefully inside. It's raining. A sprint. Where is she? Is she upstairs? Maybe she has a room to herself. Who's this person? Oh, is she outside? Is she like in the back alley somewhere? Oh, here she is. Looking at the waterfall. So, and they call themselves Pajals. You wonder at my irritation, I shouldn't doubt. I suppose I ought to explain. You see, I was brought up on the tales of Master Otoa's journeys, the sufferings he endured for the sake of the Twelveswood. Young though I was deeply touched by his courage and sacrifice, and to this day his deeds remain close to my heart. That is why it irks me that the Seedseers will not lift a finger to help the forest. But thankfully we have you. As Master Otoa's chosen, you are far more dependable than any Pajal alive. Now then, let us speak of our journey. Grandfather left his records of Master Otoa's journeys in my keeping. I shall scour them for clues as to where we must go. While I do this, pray attend to your own preparations. I shall be here when you are ready to strike out. Cool. That's complete. So next White Mage Quest will be available from FFXIV upon reaching level 52. The requirements for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal. Awesome. Right, and that's it. So we have to come back to North Shroud for the next quest, but it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to keep doing all the quests here, because as she said, we have to prepare for our journey. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.